We have a body cam where Robert Drum is talking to Rexing technical support, and he doesn't question the audio. He's
not once did he talk about where is the audio in this dash camera.
He's asking about the speed and the GPS location, but never mentions that there's no audio.
One of the things that he's asking the company Rexon is it possible that anybody can have access to this dash camera through the clouds?
He wants to know if the videos are on a cloud somewhere.
He wants to know if the family can have access to this dash camera. That if my officer, Chad Mason, cuts it and mutes it,
is the family going to come out with the original videos? Absolutely. With the audio?
So he doesn't ask about the audio, he's asking about the clouds.
Okay, so let's establish a baseline. So the county had Rexing involved in Mustafa's dash camera. The county had Chad Mason go through this dash camera. The county had Kathy Zymus with Prince William County Police Digital Forensics.
Robert Drum
went through the camera, okay, and the SD card files. So that's 4 different entities that went through this dash cam thoroughly. 2.5 years. They've had this thing in their custody. And you're telling me that this past Tuesday, all of a sudden, now the prosecutor is invested in getting an IT experts to get the raw data from the camera?
So 2.5 years, you gave up on the audio in this dash camera. When your digital forensic, Kathy Zymus, is telling you there is audio, you go and get a lip reader, but the minute that Mustafa gets an actual lawyer
so that's 5 entities now. That's the lip reader is the 5th entity that has looked at this dash cam, this SD card, and he's trying to, in his statement, he says that Dorothy says, I want to get out of the car, insinuating that there's an argument. Amy Ashworth, to this case, says that there is an argument, yet her lip reader can't find it.
That's the disturbing part. Amy Ashworth and prosecutor Sarah Sammy narrative is that Mustafa was arguing with Dorothy inside the vehicle. Now, why they went and got a lip reader? Why is their lip reader not lip reading an argument?
Okay.
I mean, that's a problem.
So here's the deal. The county is saying 5 of their entities looked at this dash cam, and not once did they question, or not once did they say, we're going to bring in an IT expert to examine this dash cam. And it's not until Mustafa went through 5 lawyers.
Not until
Mustafa went through 5 lawyers, and as of November of 2024, the prosecutor argued to the judge that, Your Honor, Mustafa is trying to delay his trial by continuously firing his attorney. That's what she says to the judge.
I mean, the reason we fired the attorney is because we told him we need the SD card to be inspected.
Exactly.
I mean, we need the vehicle to be reconstructed. We need the home videos to be on the record.
That was the reason Mustafa fired his previous attorney.
He didn't fire him. The attorney quit. We told Blake Weiner, this is what we need before you walk Mustafa into trial.
It done. Bottom line, he couldn't get it done. Mustafa got a new attorney, and this attorney
is honest enough to push back on the most basic thing in this case. I mean, this is a car accident. You're supposed to inspect by law. Mustafa has a right to inspect and reconstruct evidence. This is the most basic thing in this whole entire case.
And that's his dash cam. He installed this camera for his protection.
And by the way, we're gonna go through a specific body cam. If you go on YouTube under Not Another Boring Podcast, this whole entire case is sealed. The body cams, the documents, any piece of material, in this case, Commonwealth Amy Ashworth, put a seal on it. She doesn't want this community to verify what she's been telling this community for 2.5 years. There's a seal. If you put in a Freedom of Information Act, Amy Ashworth is going to deny your FOIA. I have the file, all the body cams, all the documents, and I've leaked them on the internet. They're on YouTube under Not Another Boring Podcast. And I've numbered them as exhibits.
I mean, I find it disingenuous that the prosecutor, Sarah Sammy, is now telling the courts that now that Mustafa's attorney is bringing in IT experts to examine the dash cam. He's bringing in crash reconstructionists to look at the vehicles to reconstruct this accident. Now she's invested in what these files are going to show.
By the way, she doesn't look good. She looked horrible on Tuesday.
Why do we think that is? I mean, what does this say about the prosecutor? What does it say about the county's position?
Judge Weimer is angry, by the way. Judge Weimer is angry because he's waking up to a reality that the prosecutors are lying to him. I mean, that's what did Judge Weimer say specifically? That when the experts extract these files, he specifically said that he's putting a protective order on these files? And this is
that right?
the thing that got me really upset. I got really upset in court because Judge Weimer said that we need a protective order from the family. Now, wait a minute. Why would Judge Weimer, the presiding judge, want a protective order on the SD card specifically from the family? Now, hold on. The prosecutor for 2.5 years says there is an argument. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Mustafa's defense attorney hired an independent expert to go in and download the files and look at the metadata. Now, it should be in the best interest of the prosecutor if there is an argument, which is so. If there is an argument,
exactly.
why would you even need to put a protective order from the family? You're gonna run with the argument. I mean, I'm not even gonna be here.
The Commonwealth attorney came out to the community.
Do you see what I'm going? Do you see what I'm going with this?
Yeah.
They know there is an audio.
100% there's audio.
I mean, their digital forensic, Kathy Dimas, is admitting to Judge Weimer that I've inspected this dash camera.
We're at a point where now we're gonna get these audios.
So the question is, why is Judge Weimer asking for a protective order from the family? Obviously, he knows there's audio. He knows there is no argument inside the vehicle, and he wants a protective order so the family doesn't tell this community that this prosecutor has been lying to this community for the past 2.5 years. I mean, and you want to tell me that this judge is impartial? Why not be honest with the community? I mean,
the community has a right to know. The prosecutor has already come out on the media and stated through Julie Carey, okay, she stated that there is a dash cam, but there is no audio. So now that we have an IT expert who's coming in to extract these files, okay, and he's essentially going to bring out the audio from these dash camera.
Judge Weimer turns around and
doesn't want this audio out. Why do they not want the family, who is clearly holding a podcast to hold these people accountable, okay? The judge specifically doesn't want the audio to come out.
He wants to save the county the embarrassment that for 2.5 years they've been lying about Mustafa. I mean, we're at a point that it's not gonna protect this county.
It's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out.
The audio is coming out one way or another. The audio is coming out. Okay, but the judge wants to mitigate the damage.
Mitigate the damage.
He wants to mitigate the damage, the embarrassment that this county is going to be facing. When the audio comes out and it's going to show there's no argument. It's going to show that whatever they've been claiming for the 2.5 years, they've held this man behind bars for 2.5 years. You took somebody's freedom, and you very well know that there is audio. Kathy Dimas told us there's audio.
I mean,
Chad Mason admitted on the stand that he tampered with the files. He admitted to it. You know what I mean?
I find it disturbing.
You can't protect the embarrassment. The embarrassment is coming. Okay, it's going to come one way or another. They want a nice little exit ramp for their lives.
I mean, this is my theory why the prosecutor Sarah Sammy, is bringing an expert to inspect the metadata, to also inspect the metadata on the SD card. By the way, 2.5 years into it. Where were you for 2.5 years?
And she does. By the way, she does not need a judge order to go through this dash camera, because clearly everybody's fucking this dash camera.
Everybody had access to it.
Chad Mason took it without a warrant. Robert Drum took it up on April 19th. He took it out of evidence without a judge order.
Before the chain of custody, before Zymuth Digital Forensic got to scanned it, mirrored it to protect the integrity of the files.
Which took place on the 24th of April. Robert Drum took it out on the 19th of April.
What do you mean? When you find that Chad Mason is the one that uploaded it to evidence.com, the police department server,
The key point
before digital forensic got to it.
The key point here is they don't need a judge order. They already have a warrant. They have all the access in the world to this dash camera. So for the prosecutor to say, I want to get on the action now that the judge has granted.
What do you think she's doing?